Hello YouTube world. Thought I'd just introduce myself on this hot, humid, kind of hazy Sunday afternoon. Now, it might be a little different where you all are at, but for me, I am decided to make this intro video while sitting in my leather-seated car at a random gas station in the middle of a cornfield on a highway. Anywho, to get to know me a little bit better, I'm 22, a manager at Domino's, and trying to make it in the real world as a vocal artist. Well, as you can see at the moment, it's not going so well. But we'll get back to that on a later note. Right now I want to talk about a little something that is a key topic in this world today, and that's self-confidence. We gain it, we lose it, we either have it or we don't. Sometimes it's really hard for some people to gain it because they've either been put down, picked on, bullied throughout life, and it's really hard to gain back sometimes. Unfortunately, I've been one of those people for a while. I was the nerd in my school. I was bottom of social class food chain. I mean, heck, even my name was the butt of everyone's joke. But it's just me, HD. So I'm gonna live it. And that's not my name, by the way, but those are the initials. You get the point. Anywho, going back to the self-confidence thing. For me, it took a few years to muster it back up, because I have come to find out that even some of my own family have disregarded, played down, or completely tried to destroy the idea of what I want to be. But I'm telling you, even for me now, working at a pizza joint and, you know, making random YouTube videos in your hot car in the middle of a cornfield, don't ever give it up. Don't ever give up your confidence. If you get down, rely on your true friends, family, whoever you feel you can trust and know that will boost you up, instead of just keep constantly tearing you down. Now, criticism and constructive criticism, two different things, but when you reach my age, you should know by now what it really is. But if you're a little younger, you know, you quite haven't figured out how to quite tell, the easiest way I can say to detect that is, in my case, if someone says you suck, don't listen. If someone says you're not the greatest vocal artist and you need to work on your voice, you need to work on your range, you need to work on your breathing through your diaphragm, or something, that's constructive criticism. Just trying to downgrade you and belittle you, that's not who you need to be hanging out with. That's not who you need to be hanging around. Even if they're professional, don't listen to them. Just keep pushing forward. Alright? Just keep pushing forward. Don't ever let your dreams or whatever you want in life, don't let it ever die out. You are who you want to become. Plain and simple. Which now brings me to my later note. Recently in my state of Ohio, I had ended up trying out for American Idol. Well, unfortunately, it was really hot that day as well. Ended up drinking a ton of fluids just to keep myself hydrated and everything. Keep my vocals moist and all that. Make sure they didn't get too strained. But unfortunately, when I got up there, it was a very long line. Got there real early, auditioned real late. By the time I got up with this group, because we were set in groups of 4, and then one of us would step up, try out for that judge, step back, the other one would step up, step back, so on and so forth. Well, unfortunately, my whole group had to really use the restroom. So we wanted to just, at that point, kind of wanted to get it done and everything. Well, when it came to me, I had ended up, I've been practicing the song forever and ever, and I ended up messing up on a line. And of course, instead of keep going, I did what every performer should never do. Stop and think about my line, or stop, pause, and recollect myself. No, just keep going. But for me, at that point, I was on the top of my world. Nothing could bring me down, nothing could stop me, nothing could break my confidence. I've even been told that sometimes I can be very arrogant at times, which sometimes I kind of can be. But out of the 4 of us, only one of us went. Only one of us went through. But it leads me to say that I asked him, just as friendly advice, if there was anything I could work on, what would it be? What would have not hindered me from my performance? The guy had said, or the judge, said, work on your confidence. Work on my confidence. Of course, I gave him a funny look for a moment and just said thank you for the opportunity and walked on. Just walked away and I just kept pondering it, fiddling over it. Confidence? Really? Me? No. Which leads me to my next thing. At this point, if you do not want to hear another person sing, you might want to stop the video now. But I am leaving it up to you, America, and YouTube Nation. I want you all to tell me whether or not you think I should be the next American Idol. because I am going to, right now, do my audition that I had done for the judge, which was Maroon 5, Harder to Breathe. Alright, here we go. How dare you say that my behavior is unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do you'll need a miracle. You drain me dry and make me wonder why I'm even here. This double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to scream but you know very well I want you gone, so fit the funk and tread the ground that I am walking on. When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up. Like a little girl cries in the face of a monster that lives in her dreams. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you are doing is screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listened to a word I said. Clutching your pillow and writhing in a naked sweat, hoping somebody someday will do you like I did. When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up. Like a little girl cries in the face of a monster that lives in her dreams. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. I said, is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Does it kill, does it burn, is it painful to learn that it's me that has all the control? Does it kill, does it sting when I feel what I bring, when you wish that you had me to hold? Yeah, yeah. When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up. Like a little girl cries in the face of a monster that lives in her dreams. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Alright, so likes, comments, subscribe, favorite. Let me know what you all think about it. If you liked it, like the video, leave me a comment in the comments section. If you didn't, let me know what you think I could have worked on, what you think has hindered me from my process, or you know, if you think I am ready for this, please, like I said, like, favorite, subscribe, comment, get the word out. Let these producers know that I am ready for American Idol. And by the way, thanks for listening. Out.